Good morning everyone, welcome back to your maths class. Last time we were doing our third exercise in the chapter factorization, and in that exercise we have used these two identities. If you remember, that a cube plus b cube, that is a plus b in one bracket, another bracket a square plus b square minus ab, and this identity. These two identities we were using if the question we can write as a form of either a cube plus b cube or a cube minus b cube. So these identities we have used and we have simplified. We have seen how to simplify the given question and how to factorize it. Okay, today we are heading to our next exercise, which is actually you will be given trinomial to factorize. Trinomial means there will be three terms given and you are supposed to factorize those three terms using some certain rules which we are going to learn. Okay, and I tell you one thing, that this exercise that is the last and fourth exercise in the last exercise as well, we are going to use this exercise is very important here in this class as well as when you go to class 10th. That would be your quadratic equation, but here it will not be given as an equation, it is just a trinomial given where you have to factorize. So let's start. As you see here, I have taken a trinomial. These type of questions you will be given. Trinomial means there are three terms given. Okay, we have to factorize these three terms, but before you need to see, I think you all are aware what is the coefficient mean. Like if I write 6x and I ask you what is the coefficient of x, so that would be the number multiplied with x with the sign. So there the coefficient of x is 6. Now if I write 6x minus like 2x square. Okay, now if I ask you what is the coefficient of x square, so it would be 2. Now if I ask you what is the coefficient of x, it would be minus 6. We always take the coefficient with the sign. Is it okay? So now if in this given trinomial, if I ask you what is the coefficient of x square, so here you see which number you see. That means here there is no number, that means 1 is the coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x? Plus 11. And what is the constant term? Because here we don't have any variable, so it will be a constant term. What is the constant term here? 30. Okay. Now, as you now know what is the coefficient, and we always take the coefficient with sign. So how to factorize this question? What you do, you will take the constant term and you will take the coefficient of x square. Okay. What is the constant term? 30. What is the coefficient of x square? Here it is 1. You may get some questions where you will get some coefficient of x square. Okay. So you take the two this term constant and coefficient of x square and you multiply them. So this is 30 and coefficient is 1. What is the multiplication? 30. And that number you factorize. You will write the prime factor of that number, 30. What is the prime factor? I think you will cancel it by 5, 6 and then 2, 3 and 3, 1. Okay. So these are the prime factor. These numbers are the prime factors of 3. Like 5 into 2 into 3. You will always write 1 as a factor because we know 1 is always a factor of any number. So that would be 5 into 2 into 3 into 1. So these are the factors of number 30. Now, as we have written the factors, what next step we have to do is this number or these number we take and we'll split them into two such numbers so that either in addition or subtraction we should get this 11. Okay. Now, if you take these numbers and you have to split them into two. So, what if I take this 2 into 3 into 1 together? That will give you what? 6. And this 5. Now you see 6 plus 5 will give you 11. So that's how you will get 11. Is it clear or not? So can we write it as, are you following the steps? I'll explain it again or we'll take some questions. X square plus. Now since you have seen by taking the multiplication and by factorizing and by splitting it into two numbers, we are getting two numbers 6 and 5. If we add them, we get this 11. That means now this 11 can be written in terms of these two numbers, that is 5x plus 6x. 5x plus, because here we have x, we have to actually bring 11x. That's why we will be writing 5x plus 6x plus 30. Is it okay? Now you see that now we have written 11 as 5x plus 6x and now we are getting 4 terms. Okay, and when you get to 4 terms, you just couple the terms to take common. Okay, first 2 terms and then the last 2 terms. Now from these 2 terms, what is common? If you see, x is common. Okay, what is there? If x is common, x plus 5. From these 2 terms, what is common? It is clear that we will take 6 as common. What we will get? X plus, since 6 is common from 30, we will get 5 here, isn't it? Okay. Now next step, what is again common? Here we have, in the first term we have x plus 5. In the second term again we have x plus 5. So we will take x plus 5 common. Okay. And then if we have taken this bracket as common, what are we left with? First term we are having x, and then second term we have this 6. And that's how we have factorized our trinomial in terms of, or as, x plus 5 and x plus 6. Okay. All you have to do is you take the constant term, multiply the constant term with the coefficient of x square, mind it, with the coefficient of x square. Okay. And then when you take this thing, it is 13 to 1. So you will write the prime factorization of that number, whatever comes after multiplication. And when you have written the factorization, you split those numbers into 2 such numbers, so that either after addition or subtraction you get the middle term. Are you clear with? It's not necessary that you will get always by adding them. You can get them by after subtracting them. And please mind it that you are supposed to get plus 11. So we will be taking, or we will be considering this middle term. So next we have done that, we have splitted it, and then we have coupled them, then we have taken common. I think after that you know how to do it. Let's take another question so that it would be more clear. Okay, so here we have our next question, that is 3x square plus 14x plus 8. Again a trinomial, and you are asked to factorize it. How to factorize? The very first step, that you will take the constant term, which is 8, and you take the coefficient of x square, which is 3. You will multiply them. So 8 into 3 will give you 24. Now we will factorize 24. Factorize means you will write the prime factors of 24. It will give you this. So we are getting 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, and 1 we always write as a factor. Now since we have written the prime factorization of 24, now next step is that these numbers, we will split them into 2 such numbers, so that we get this plus 14. Okay. So now if you see, if we take these numbers together, 2 into 2 will give you 4, 4 3 is 12, 12 into 1 is 12, and 2 here. So 12 plus 2 will give you 14, isn't it? That's how we have split it 14, 20 plus 12 plus 2. So now let's see, 3x square plus, as it is. Now 14 we will write according to this, as we have splitted it. We have splitted it as 12 plus 2. So we will write it as 12, and since we are having x, so we will be writing x plus 2x plus 8. Okay. Now as we have split it 14x, we have 4 terms in there. So that means we will couple them, and we will take common. Okay. From these 2 terms, what is common? If you see 3 here and we have 12, so we can take a number common, which is 3. Also if you see, x is common, so you can take x common. Now 3 common, x already common, so we have 1 power of x left here, plus from 12 3 is common, so we are having 4, and x is already, 1 power of x is already common. Okay. Plus from these 2 numbers, what is common? Here we have 2 common, only 2 common. So what is there? From this first term we have x and plus 2 common, so it will be 4, isn't it? Now if you see, first term we have a bracket x plus 4. Again in the second term we have this bracket x plus 4, which is again common. We can take x plus 4 as common, and then what are we left with? X plus 4 common, so in the first term we have 3x left, plus what are we left with second term, that is 2. And this is how we have factorized our given trinomial. Okay, I hope you are following the steps. I will be taking more examples so that you will be clear more, but then follow the steps. And then and one more thing also, that you need to practice these type of questions a lot. Okay, here I have taken our next question, that is x square minus 5x minus 24. Another trinomial given. Now how to start? We will take the constant term and we will take the coefficient of x square. Constant term is 24. Coefficient of x square is 1. 24 into 1 will be 24. You will write the prime factorization. You know how to factorize. I am writing here. It will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, and we take 1 always as a factor. Now as we have written the prime factorization or prime factors of 24, we will arrange these numbers, or we will split these numbers into two such numbers to get minus 5. Mind it, we won't want 5, we want actually minus 5. Okay, now if you take these two numbers, you need to arrange these numbers. Now if you take these 2's together, that is 8, 2 into 2 into 2, 8, and 3 into 1, 3. So 8 and 3, when you subtract 8 and 3, 8 minus 3, you will get 5. Is it clear? So we have splitted the numbers into two numbers to get 5. Now we don't want 5, we actually want minus 5. So if you subtract 8 minus 3, that will give you 5. But if I change the sign, I will write minus 8 plus 3. See, I have taken, in the first step we have taken 8 positive and 3 negative. That would be a subtraction and we are getting plus 5. What if I take minus 8 and plus 3? That is still minus plus minus, but this time we will get minus 5 as the answer. So instead of taking 8 minus 3, we would be taking minus 8 plus 3 to get minus 5. You always keep this in your mind, that what is the term we are getting, or we want to get, and what is the sign of that term. Okay, now if you see, if I write x square minus 8x as we have seen, and plus 3x, is it okay? You always see the sign. What if I would have written here with minus sign? That would give you minus minus plus, and that would become minus 11. We don't want 11, we want 5, minus 5. So it would be minus 8x plus 3x will give you minus 5x and minus 24. As you have splitted the terms, you will get x square minus 8x together. You will take them together and these two terms together. Now we will take, now the steps are common and very easy one. You will take common x and then you will get x minus 8, isn't it? From these two terms, when you take x common, you will get x in first term and 8 in second term. From these two terms, what is common? 3 is common. So when 3 is common, first term you will get x minus, since 3 is common, you will get 8. Now again we have 8, x minus 8 as common. So when you take x minus 8 common, you will get x in first term plus 3. And that's how we have splitted our term, or we have factorized in fact our given trinomial. Okay, you again have taken a trinomial. Okay, so now let's see how to factorize a given trinomial. You will take the constant term, you will take the coefficient of x square, which is 1. Constant term is 7, and you multiply them. 7 into 1 will be 7. You have to write the prime factorization. So you know there is the prime factorization of 7 is 7 itself, and then other factors are 1. Is it okay? So 7 into 1, you will get only these two as factors. Now we have these two numbers, and what do we want? We want 6. How to get 6? 7 minus 1, because we have to arrange the numbers. So there are only two numbers. So how to get 6? In fact plus 6. So 7 minus 1 will give you plus 6. Is it okay? Now let's see, x square as it is. How do we write this 6x? We will write it as 7x minus 1x. That is plus 7x minus 1x. Either you write or you write x, that would be same, minus 7. One thing you mind, here I am taking 7 with plus sign and x with minus sign, because plus minus minus, and whenever we apply the sign, we will take the bigger number, that is with plus sign, and that's how we are getting this 6 with plus sign. Okay, the answer will be plus 6. Now since it is with 4 terms, So we will couple them and we will take common. So from these two terms, what is common? X. Again, it is x plus 7. Is it okay? I think now you are aware how to take common. Okay, now from these two terms, what to take common? As you see here, x and here 7, we have nothing common. So we can take one common always. Which sign to take common? As minus. And what number we will take common if there is nothing common? 1. 1 is always a factor of the given terms. Or 1 is always a factor. Since we have taken one common, so there will be x left. Minus we have taken common, so it will alter the sign, it will become plus, and again we have 7. Now next term, what is step what we have common? That is x plus 7. Again we have common. First term we have x minus 1. Is it okay? And that's how we have factorized our given trinomial. Okay, here I have taken another trinomial. Here you see what are the steps to follow. We take the constant term, which is 90 here. We take the coefficient of x square, which is 2 here, and we multiply them. So 90 into 2 will give you 180. And then we write the prime factorization of 180. So if I write the prime factorization for you all, that would be 90, and then you know how to write the prime factorization. It would be 45, and then 9, and then 3, and 3. Okay, so here we are getting these many numbers which I am writing here. That is 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 1. Okay, always we take 1 as a factor always. Okay. Now here, since we have written the prime factorization of what? Which number? 180. Why? Because we take the constant term and we take the coefficient of x square and we multiply. 90 into this 2, that is the coefficient of x square, will give you 180, and then we have written the prime factorization of 180. Is it okay? Now after that, we have to arrange these numbers, or we have to split these numbers into two such numbers to get plus 3. Okay, we want plus 3. So now let us arrange them. What if we take this 5 into 3 together? That will give you 15, and the remaining numbers together, which is 2 into 2 4, and 4 into 3 12. So that will give you 12. 4 into 3 and 1, that will give you 12. And 15 minus 12 will give you plus 3, isn't it? That's how we arrange the numbers. Please see how are we doing it. You have to split the given numbers or group the numbers in such a way that after addition or subtraction you get this plus 3. Okay. So now we have splitted the given numbers into two such numbers, that is 15 and 12, that we are getting plus 3. So next step that we are going to write is first term as it is plus 3. We will be writing as 15x minus 12x. That's how we have taken, we have seen, and minus 90 as it is. Now next step is obvious. Now we have 4 terms, so we will actually pair them and then we will take common from the 2 terms. Now if you see these 2 terms, what is common? X common, because we have in numbers we have 2 here and we have 15, nothing in common. So we will take x as common. So in first term, if we have taken x common, here we have 2 and x plus x common, so we will get 15. Clear? From these 2 terms, which sign to take common? Minus. And which number? Here if you see 12 and here we have 90. So which number to take common? You can take 6 as common. Okay? If you see, x is not there in both the terms, so you will take 6 only common. Now from 12, if 6 is common, we will take 2. We will have 2. X we have in first term, and as you have taken minus common, this sign will alter, it will become plus. From 90 you have taken 6 common, so it will give you 15. Is it clear? Now what is again common? In the first term we have this bracket 2x plus 15. Second term again we have this bracket, so we can take 2x plus 15 as common. Further, then what are we left with? First term we are left with x. Second term this common, so we are having minus 6. That is x minus 6. So this is how we have factorized the given trinomial, that is 2x plus 15 and x minus 6. Is it okay? Okay, here we have another trinomial. 2x square minus 7x minus 39. How to do that? You know that you take the constant term, you take the coefficient of x square, and then you multiply. Constant term is 39, coefficient of x square is 2. So when you multiply 39 into 2, you will get 78. And then you have to write the prime factorization of 78. So if I write, that would give you 239, then 313, and then 13. So here we are getting the prime factorization of 78 as, if I write it here for you all, that is 2 into 3 into 13, and 1 we always take as a factor. Now since we have written the prime factors, we have to arrange these numbers in such a way that we should get what? Minus 7. So now let's take, if we take this 2 and 3 together, that would give you 6. 13 into 1 is 13. Now if you see, 13 minus 6 will give you 7. Is it clear? So we have splitted this numbers into 2, that is 13 minus 6. That would give you 7. But what do we want? We want minus 7. So we just alter the sign. We take 13 with minus sign and 6 with plus sign. Still minus plus minus, but this time we will get minus 7 as the answer. So you see, 2x square, now minus 7, how can we write it as? Minus 13 and 6. So minus 13x of course, and plus 6x minus 39. And as you all have splitted it, we have now 4 terms which we can pair and take common. The same procedure. So from first 2 terms, x is common. What we are left with? 2x minus x is common. So we have 13 here. Okay. From these 2 terms, if you see 6 and 39, what is common? Here we have, I guess, 2 common. Because not 2, 3 you can take as common, because 6 is actually 2 into 3 and 39 is 3 into 13. So you can take 3 as common. You get 2x, because from 6 if you have taken say 3 common, you will get 2 and x minus 3 common, so you will get 13. Is it okay? Now further, which bracket is common? It is 2x minus 13, and then you are having x in the first term and plus 3 in the second term. That's how you have factorized the given question. Is it okay? Our next trinomial is this. I am taking basic questions so that you all can understand first that how are we supposed to factorize, or what are the steps. Okay. So by the way, here if you see, here the constant term has written first, and then the power 2 is written in the last. No problem. You can rewrite the terms, otherwise you can take as it is. Okay, you can rewrite means you can write 4x squared first and then 12x and then the constant term. Otherwise you can let it be like that and then you can proceed. Okay. So by the way, what are the steps? We take the constant term and we take the coefficient of x square and we multiply. So here the constant term is 7 and the coefficient of x square is 4. So what we do, we multiply. 7 into 4 will give you 28. Now we factorize this 28. So 28, we will write it as 14, 2, 7 and 7, 1. So these are the prime factors. That means 28 can be written as 2 into 2 into 7 into 1. Remember, 1 we always take as a factor. Now we have to rearrange the terms to split the terms into 2 numbers so that we get this middle term, which is minus 12. So how to do? If you take these 2 numbers together, 7 into 2, which will be 14, and 2 into 1, that would be 2 only, and 14 minus 2 will give you 12. But we want minus 12. If you write 14 minus 2, that will give you 12. But we don't want 12. We want minus 12. So instead of writing 14 minus 2, what if we write minus 14 plus 2? That will give you minus 12. So that's how we will split 12 into numbers. Okay. So let's write 7 as it is, minus 12. How are we writing it as? Minus 14 plus 2. And x, of course, the coefficient, the variable, and plus 2x. Isn't it? Minus 14x plus 2x will give you minus 12x. Then we have this minus 4x square. Is it okay? Now we have splitted it into 4 terms and we will pair them, we will take common. Now the procedure is common. From these 2 terms, what is common? 7 again, 7 I guess. So 7 common, we have 1 here minus. From 14, 7 common, so we have 2. Okay, since we have we have splitted and we have paired them, we have to pair them and to take common. So now what is common? 7 common. What is there? 7 we have taken common, so here we have 1 minus 14, 7 common, it will be 2x. Clear? From these two, what is common? I think number we can take 2 common, also x is common. So since 2x is common, what is there? 1 minus 2, 4, from 4 2 is common, so we will get 2 x square, x common, so we have this x. Is it clear? Further, if you see this bracket is again common, we can take 1 minus 2x as common. We get 7 plus 2x as the remaining terms, that is 7 plus 2x, and that's how we have factorized the given trinomial. I'll be giving you some questions to simplify, and please simplify these questions and try to check that whether you're getting the steps or not. Also, whenever you're getting the answer, to check you're getting the correct factorization or not, you can multiply the brackets again just to check. You open the bracket, you multiply them and see whether you're getting the question back or not. If you're getting the same question, that means your factorization is correct. That's how you can check also. Keep practicing, keep solving your maths, keep utilizing your time, and then we will meet in our next class.